Hi, I'm JT.
And I'm Noland.
And the assignment for this video was Mr. Squires wanted us to make a video about Shikintaza because we did the meditation of it, and we're supposed to talk about our experiences doing it. So, we want to go first?
Yeah, I'll just talk about my experience. Initially, I was kind of scared going into it because my past experience with meditation and the upright position, it really hurts. So I wasn't really sure how or what I would get out of the meditation because usually my knees are usually killing me like a couple minutes into it. It's really uncomfortable, so I didn't know if I was going to get anything out of it. But as we started, there's definitely the pain in my knees as I expected, and I got to a point. I was surprised because I got to a point where I didn't notice the pain, but it was also really uncomfortable. I don't know if I was anticipating pain, like even though I was noticing the pain, I was kind of thinking, okay, maybe there should be pain, and that was kind of an uncomfortable experience for me. And also I would kind of move a little bit. I would be like, oh, I'm not hurting. Maybe I can move around a little bit. And that probably ruins the point of meditation because I'm thinking all the time. But I moved my toe because I noticed that my knees were hurting. And then all of a sudden, I felt a shooting pain in my knees. So I don't know if maybe that thinking, like maybe me thinking I'm not in pain, took me out of the meditation to where my knees started hurting again. I don't know if that was the case. But what about your experience?
My experience was basically how you started yours. I know definitely I psyched myself out because once we meditated sitting up before, it hurt because, my back problems. And so I was really hesitant about doing it. And once we got in there, I definitely psyched myself out. And I put myself up against a wall because I knew it was going to hurt my back. But I couldn't overcome any of the pain, so I didn't get the full lesson or what was supposed to come out of the meditation. So for me, I just basically sat there. And I looked at other people like, ooh, I wish I could do that. Because some people, they were really getting something out of it. And so I just used that period to think, which is the opposite of what we were supposed to do. But, I just couldn't move past any of the pain to achieve the goal of the meditation.
Did you find yourself like opening your eyes and just looking around and observing?
Because I was trying to see what other people were doing so I can do. Like, okay, maybe I need to sit this way, or maybe I need to place my head in a certain direction. So yeah.
So were you like really self-conscious?
Oh,
or
extremely.
Was it just the pain? Well,
it was both actually. I was a little bit more self-conscious because I was sitting on the table and I knew every movement the table was gonna make a noise. But yeah, I was self-conscious. The pain really hurt a lot because I couldn't sit on my knees, or just sitting, my legs crossed hurt a lot. My back. So yeah.
Yeah, going back to the self-conscious thing, I felt that I was kind of thinking about what I looked like meditating, because usually I'm sitting with not good posture. I'm doing it now. I should be sitting like this if I was doing the correct posture, but usually I'm not sitting in an upright position with perfect posture with my head tilted and my back up and everything. So I was really self-conscious if I was doing it right, like you said. So I would kind of slip in and out of not really concentration, but just being in the meditative state. I would slip in and out of that because I would think, but it's kind of cool because I noticed when I was slipping out of it. Like I could really catch myself. I would be like, okay, Nolan, come back to the meditation, come back to your breathing, and come back to your posture. Stop thinking about what you look like. And also, Mr. Squires, remember he talked about noticing what our body does as we start thinking. I thought that was pretty cool because as I was thinking, I noticed that my chin decided to raise my chin more. In the correct position is.
Did you understand? While I knew, after I realized I couldn't get into the proper position and get into the mindset of meditating, I still try to actually, I guess, think of how I should have been sitting. So did you understand the part where it said, like your chin down but your back of your head up? Like, what exactly did he mean by that? Because I wasn't for sure if I was getting it right.
I kind of took it as you tuck your head down, and then when he said keep your ears with your shoulders, I kind of just cocked my head back like that.
Okay.
Like kind of just slanted this way. It's hard to explain. I kind of just went like that.
No, that makes sense, because I didn't know if it was like a literal meaning to it, like just like move your ears back, or So I didn't know if I was doing it right or thinking the right process of doing all that motions with you.
Yeah, I just thought it was literally what he meant. Keep your ears behind your shoulders, because I remember, I think it was Squires talking about the meditation is the posture, because that's what you have to bring your consciousness back to, the posture of breathing.
So how do you not, see, I'm a thinker during meditation, so I can't stop thinking enough to gain something from meditations. But how do you not think during meditations?
Well, I'm always thinking. I just kind of, I don't care that I'm thinking as much. Do you find that when you're thinking, you get anxious, like, oh, dang it, I'm thinking, I can't do this meditation?
No,
Or do you just think and you're just lost?
No, I'm so used to all this thinking that I do because I never stop. It's natural. So that's why I have the problem with just shutting it off, because it's just like a main function I do all the time. So I don't think I'm conscious or become anxious from it. It's just like, it's whatever.
Yeah, if I think during the meditation, then I kind of just go with it, and then try and bring myself back to breathing. That's like the main thing, my breath. With the deep breaths, I think that's really important for me to really focus.
So do you actually ever feel like when it says breathe through your toes and all of that, do you actually feel that?
I don't feel like I'm really breathing through my toes. I just feel aware of that part of my body. I kind of just, I talked about this in my last video, I think. I kind of just move that part so that I'm aware of it, and I feel like some kind of energy, but it's really small.
Because I understand the concept of meditation, I just can't get into it. Like, I think the biggest part of meditation is awareness.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like about it, and I think it'd be really cool if I can just be able to tap into that awareness, instead of being aware of just my head or just my mind. Maybe become aware of that toe, of that, of that finger or whatever.
All right. And sort of just wrap this up, I have a question. Do you think that, knowing that this class is basically done, do you think that you'll try to meditate later on?
Yes, I was trying it outside of school, just in everyday life. I was trying to meditate. So yeah, I think I'll take it with me.
Yeah.
Especially if not the meditation, especially some of the teachings that we've learned as far as.
Yeah, definitely. I know that definitely this summer I'll be looking for meditation videos on YouTube or something like that. I think that's really interesting to look into. So yeah, anything else you want to talk about?
No, good.
All right. Thank you guys for listening.